Right. Looks like we are live.
Hey,
How's everyone doing?
good.
Ian, Joe, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
hmm
So we've been talking a little bit in the studio before we hopped on here live. We have a lot of exciting things to talk about. Pro Approach and IEB is teaming up for an awesome sponsorship and partnership in bowling here in Southern California. So why don't you guys introduce yourselves a little bit, and we'll start with Ian. I'd love to hear your bowling story and how you've become who you are in the bowling industry, and I just want to hear about you, Ian. I want to get to know you.
Yeah, sure. So I've been bowling pretty much all my life. I've enjoyed bowling ever since I was a kid. See, I got my first ball when I was around 7 years old. It was a 6 pound plastic Monsters Inc. ball.
Nice.
Um,
Who
um,
would have that ball? Like that makes
yeah,
complete sense.
yeah. Um, yeah, I've always enjoyed bowling. And then when I was 14, I got my first actual ball, which was a Storm Tropical Breeze, and it was 12 pounds.
Sweet.
Um, and then that was the ball I used just to like try to get familiar with like hooking the ball and stuff like that. Um, I didn't start my first league until I was 18 years old, which was almost around 6 years ago. It'll be 6 years in October. And then I've
Good.
just been trying to work my way up. And then it wasn't until May of last year where I really wanted to try to get help. Um, so I was just practicing every day. And at the time, I was working at the bowling alley I bowl at. So just trying to work work on my game, get some help from the pro shop operator over there. And this year, I've been doing the best bowling I've been doing. I got my first sanctioned 300 game this past April using two different balls, a Infinite Physics and a Zen Soul. So,
That's
and
awesome.
yeah, right now in one of my leagues, I have a 228 average. So, yeah, it's pretty insane how far like I've progressed from when I was just a little kid to where I'm at now. And I've been delving into scratch bowling since November. And funny enough, the first tournament I did was one of Joe's sweepers at Pins and Pockets. So I was bowling IEB events before I got involved with IEB. Um,
Very cool. That's awesome.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Then getting to know Joe, trying to get into his head of like how tournaments work, and here I am. And then I kind of want to represent the younger generation, like guys around my age, like that are
Did you just call me old?
no, no.
No, you just got your like shining there on your head though. Like
Yeah, just try to like kind of represent guys my age, coming out to these tournaments and honing in their skills there and learn a lot of things by coming out here.
that's good. So the bowling community's really changed your life, especially the last year. I mean,
Yeah,
that seems like a huge change in your life, and IEB and what Joe's gotten started here, and now you're a big part of that, and
yeah,
that's a really awesome story.
yeah. Thank you.
All right, Joe.
All
We're
right.
going to hear from the man himself, Mr. Inland Empire Bowling Tournaments, IEB, teaming up with Pro Approach Bowling. What is your bowling story, Joe?
Well, I didn't start bowling until my senior year in high school in 2006. I think Ian was born that year. No, I was just doing a bunch of like junior adult things prior to that, but I seriously got into it my senior year. Was fortunate enough to work at a bowling alley early on, and then got into a pro shop with some awesome guys, Chris Keller, Jason Bell out of New York. Um,
There you go.
worked in a pro shop, helped run it, started this bowling alley that's now shut down, unfortunately. And then life happened. I joined the Marine Corps, took 13 years off. Life kind of settled down now, still in, but my neighbor one day was like, "Hey, do you want to join a league? Do you bowl?" And I was like, "I haven't done it in a while." Mm-hmm. He gave me an old high road. I had Matt Ridgway at Cal Oaks drill it up, and man, I hit the ground running. It was a really rusty bike, and I was hooked after that first league. And then just kept bowling leagues, bowling tournaments, sitting back, watching tournaments being run, and then realized nothing was really going on here. And that's when we just started running sweepers.
But when did you run the sweepers? How long ago was that when you first started those?
The first sweeper was July of 22. And then it just kind of developed into this IEB, running tournaments everywhere. Just sat back and watched some great directors. Ramsey Basurdo has been probably the one that I watched the most because I bowled the most. And watching him run around and really what he did and does for bowling.
Sure.
And there was nothing for us. There was nothing here in my area, sandwiched between Riverside County and San Diego. There was nothing. So I figured, why not? Why couldn't somebody do it? And I just decided to do it. And now we've grown to this. And I've grown as well because of it, watching these bowlers bowl on tough stuff, talking to them, picking their brain. And then I've gotten better, I think. But it's just been,
throw it better. That's what I heard. You got to throw it better.
It's always the first move. Just throw it better. But yeah, it's just developed into something so awesome, so big, and I'm so fortunate to have you guys jump on with us.
Yeah, for sure. So my quick story, I'll summarize it, keep it short so we can get to the good stuff.
Yeah.
I started actually bowling competitively in high school. I was a baseball player, played soccer, basketball, all the regular stuff, but I went to the bowling alley with my grandpa, my opa, and he got me bowling. And all of a sudden I went from that 10-pound little straight ball to a 14-pound. Then I had a 15-pound, and within a couple of years I was bowling junior amateur tour with David Yamamuchi, and I found my love for bowling there, bowling those tournaments. And now that obviously I'm an adult bowler now, we are looking to do some adult level tournaments here. As for those of you that are tuning in, if you don't know, I own Pro Approach Bowling. We have 6 locations, pro shops in Southern California, and I've decided to team up with Inland Empire Bowling Tournaments to sponsor their tournament club, and in return, they're going to do some awesome things for Pro Approach Bowling. And this is going to be just an awesome partnership for us to all work together to grow bowling in Southern California. Not necessarily the Inland Empire by itself, that's where it got started, but it can be all over Southern California, San Diego, LA, Orange County, San Bernardino, all over the place. And 3 of us are going to work together to make that happen.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I love bowling. Like, I coach, I run the pro shops, I've bowled IEB too. And part of why I'm doing this is because I noticed how efficient Joe and Ian have been with running their tournaments, the payouts, the information, having the rules and policies posted right when you walk in is really important. Unfortunately, other tournament groups that we've all seen in the past have had utter chaos and things happen, and they shouldn't. If you're organized like these guys are, they're going to run a great tournament, and that's why I'm here partnering with these dudes. So got a lot of fun things to talk about. I'm just excited to be here as much as these guys are. So we'll jump right into the show officially. So we welcomed everyone into the show. For those of you guys who are tuning in, we got Brian, Jeff, Scott, Andrew, and a few others that haven't commented yet. We appreciate you all tuning in. This is the IEB and Pro Approach Bowling sponsorship, live video partnership. We're really excited to do this. So I'm going to start off with a couple questions that we have on our notes here. Why is IEB teaming up with Pro Approach? Why are you guys even talking to me? What's the deal? Like, why?
So yeah, I mean, Ian and I bust our butt to run the most efficient, the best run, with the most fair payouts, and then the most transparency, with tournaments there could be, because that's how I personally feel it should be. Just not hiding anything. But with running great tournaments, like I feel like that's all we offered. It's like great tournaments. They were fast, different formats, interesting, fun, tough as they should be. They're scratch. But there was like a missing link of tying the entire bowling community together. And with you, John, you got 6 pro shops. You're a coach. You're active on social media. Believe it or not, I enjoy talking to people. You as well. I think it was just a matter of time before we made this happen. That way we can both grow both of what we have going on into something bigger than what they are now. When good people come together, good things happen. And I think this is the start of something good.
Absolutely. And I can say the same. I'm just going to basically reiterate that. As a pro shop operator, I was looking to run tournaments myself. And I had talked with you guys, we might run some small no-tap tournaments and some fun things. But like a full-scale tournament group and how you guys do it is something that I want to do, but you guys already do it so well. So why wouldn't I partner with the best, right? I mean, that's just where I'm at. So if I work with you guys, it's a little less work for me, but I'm able to provide the things that I'm able to provide as a pro shop operator to create incentives for IEB bowlers and things that we're going to go over here right about now. So the first thing I'd like to introduce is Pro Approach will be offering a really cool thing. Pro Approach will offer IEB tournament bowlers 10% off cards at the time of check-in for an event. So what that means is if you guys bowl an IEB tournament during check-in, I will provide Joe and Ian discount cards for you to use in our bowling stores. It's a one-time use card. Pretty simple. They give you a card, you come into the store, you give it to one of my staff members, you get 10% off your purchase that day. You bowl the next tournament, you get another 10% off card. It's a one-time use. But you get 10% off just because you showed up and bowled an IEB tournament.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys want to buy your next Storm, Brunswick, Motive, whatever bowling ball you want to buy from Pro Approach Bowling, you get 10% off.
That's an awesome, John. And like I said, we were talking offline. Since January, we've had, Ian, you can chime in. It was how many?
We've had at least 320 unique bowlers bowl our tournaments this year.
Yeah,
320. That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's a lot of bowlers. 320 different people.
Yeah, I'm super proud of that. And I was kind of taken back when Ian told me that number the other day. But again, with tying the whole community together, it's 320 bowlers that have bowled our stuff that now be like, well, what's Pro Approach and what are they doing? Just walk in your door.
Absolutely. So with that 10% off, it's a great incentive for bowlers to bowl IEB, and it's a good thing for our business too, right? I'm hoping to get more customers into our stores, and I think this is a great partnership we can all work together on. So before we go on to the next topic, I want to dive into the comments and see what's going on. People are talking. Here's Joe and Ian, and I don't know if we lost Ian or not. He's frozen, but we'll continue on, and hopefully he's still there. So Andrew says, "What's up?" He wants us to go to Bakersfield.
Bakersfield.
I think Ian's going to hop back on. Is Bakersfield even an option for IEB?
It's funny you mentioned that. I've had a couple people reach out to go to like this, way north of LA, and I'm not against it by any means. It just needs to be the right weekend. I got my own schedule, family, my events I want to bowl, regionals. So if we can make it happen, I'm definitely not against it.
Maybe we'll take a little weekend trip to Bakersfield, Andrew. Maybe we'll see you up there.
Yeah, if you can get me in contact with, whoever I need to up there, we can make it happen.
All right. Another question from JP Griffin. The kid used to run Cal Bowl Pro Approach. The dude was like 8 years old. No, I'm just kidding. He wasn't 8. He was a little older than that. He was just out of his Huggies. I know. But no, JP's awesome. He has a question. I don't know if he was referring to Joe or Ian or myself.
I didn't.
Did we throw an alpha with 500 on it again? Was that for you?
That was not for me. I don't know.
I had an alpha crux. I don't know. I don't have any anymore. They're gone. So sorry.
New in box that you want to sell for 500?
If I did, I probably threw one at 500 at one point. I probably did. Let's see. Nate Wyatt says, Joe once fined me at a 5-gamer. Laugh out loud. Is that true?
That is not true. It was a joke. Those ball returns cost money. Please don't kick it.
Eric Williams says you probably deserved it. Nate says go away.
Those two guys, Eric and Eric's been on a tear. First off,
killing it, absolutely killing it. Let's get Ian back on. Ian's back.
Eric got 8 plus. I forgot what it was in his league, but I don't know, John, if you're bowling Del Rio again this year.
Yes, I'll be bowling in Brunswick.
Rumor has it he's going to be on one of the teams. So I won't spoil.
That's what I heard. I asked that dude to bowl with us.
Yeah,
he ended up getting onto another team, and that's fine. It's cool.
Definitely one of the top draft picks, if you will.
He'll be a good draft pick this year for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Excited to see what happens there. And then Nate's been a supporter for a while now.
Oh yeah, Nate's
on sweepers. Fantastic.
Send it like Wyatt.
Definitely.
Send it like Wyatt.
Yeah.
My guy Kenny says, "Can I stack the 10%?" No, can't stack nothing other than all the money that you're making. That's all you can stack. You can't stack my discount.
There's plenty to be made at these tournaments because
plenty of money to be made.
Plenty.
Let's see. Can we have tournaments? San Gabriel Valley. You guys want to go to San Gabriel Valley?
Look, again, I'm not against anything. IEB is just where it started, not where it has to end. We can go anywhere.
There you go. So I wanted to reiterate that because I've gotten that question before too. Like, dude, what's up with this IEB? I have to drive to the Inland Empire to bowl? No, that's just where they got started.
Yeah, that was catchy.
Steven is, I'm sure, referring to kicking ball returns, and he left his radio here. So, Steven, if you're watching from the Mechanics Pro Shop right now here at Oak Tree, I have your radio. Actually, I'm going to radio them right now, right on live.
Bingo.
Watch this.
Down on 1924, please. Scotty, I'll just take him off a whole thing.
Stephen Boring, your radio is in the Pro Shop. Stephen Boring, your radio is in the Pro Shop. There you go, like that. All right, so let's see. Brittany says, "Hi boys, IEB runs the best tournaments." There you go.
Thank you, Brittany.
I appreciate that. She's bowled a bunch of ours down in Mira Mesa.
Yep.
Yeah, she's San Diego, Mira Mesa.
Great bowler.
See, Moville or Arlington.
Ooh.
Those?
Ian, chiming in on Arlington?
Yeah, we're going to be at Arlington Lanes Sunday, October 29th.
Yep. Moville, yeah. Again, we just got to connect the dots and we can make it happen.
There you go.
No.
There you go. All right. So, with all of that being said, Pro Approach is offering that 10% off. We are going to be the title sponsor for Inland Empire bowling tournaments. I'd like to make a gesture. I don't know exactly what I'm going to offer just yet, but you guys said that 320 bowlers is where you're at, unique people that have bowled the tournaments. If we get to 500 bowlers unique by next year, about this time next year, or even sooner, maybe it'll be like 2 months. I don't know. We're going to do something fun. We'll do something really good.
That's awesome.
How about that?
Sounds good.
All right. Let's see. Other fun stuff. So people like bowling equipment, right? Everyone wants a free bowling ball.
Guilty as
So Pro Approach will give IEB a bowling ball or equivalent equipment. Hi, Stephen. To be used for IEB raffles or giveaways. There's a delay. Well, hopefully it's working. It looks like it's working.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's internet connection. That works. Okay, so IEB, you guys are going to get, you're welcome, Stephen. IEB is going to get bowling equipment to be used for raffles and incentives at their tournaments. So for every tournament, I will provide a bowling ball or an equivalent piece of equipment. Maybe it's a bag, maybe it's some high-end shoes, something equivalent of a performance bowling balls. We use it every regular IEB event. That will exclude the sweepers, but an actual IEB tournament on the weekend, there will be some sort of product that IEB will use for a raffle or a giveaway.
Yeah, it's an awesome gesture, John. We do appreciate that. And I know the bowlers will as well. I know when I bowl up at Simi Valley for Bowl IQ and things don't go my way for the 8 games, it's like my last little hope to finally win something.
Yeah. So there may be some differences as far as like, I don't know if we're going to do raffle tickets or what you guys want to do with it. It's totally up to you what you want to do. I'm just providing that bowling ball or equivalent equipment for that to happen.
Yeah. Awesome.
So another incentive to bowl IEB is we have a chance of winning some free stuff. What else? What else are we doing? I'm going to talk to my video guy a little bit more, Jeff Schultz. He may or may not be watching, but he's going to find out that he's going to help me with some stuff. He loves when I do stuff like this.
Yeah.
I just get to tell him, hey, we're going to do some video content, and this is happening, and he'll be like, what? All right, cool. We're doing it. So we're going to provide video content. Jeff is a professional videographer and photographer. He works for me at Approach Bowling. Does a lot of great things for us. Some of the pictures you're seeing on Instagram, like the new Dexter shoes that just came out, he took those pictures. So he's going to be assisting with some video content. We're probably going to make you guys like a commercial or an intro that you guys can play for your StreamYard when you guys go live.
Yeah.
And then we'll also do some live event coverage. I'll come down and do some commentary, and everyone can listen to my raspy voice and have a good time.
I think I got you beat on the raspy voice.
There you go.
Yeah.
So Pro Approach is going to assist with a lot of video content and really make it feel awesome to bowl an IEB event. You know, we see a lot of different tournament groups throughout the country that do live streams, and why not IEB?
Yeah, I'm glad that we are kind of delving into the live streaming. I know we've live streamed some finals. It hasn't always been the best because it's just my phone up there and we're trying to run around and make sure everything's good. But it's exciting. I know I find myself tuning into whatever videos I can of whoever's live streaming tournaments that I can't be at because I want to see. I want to be there, but I can't be. So I think this will just help. Again, spread everything. Spread what's going on, the formats, the bowlers that are bowling. Because there's a lot of good bowlers out here in California that do bowl our stuff, and people want to see that. They want to see what they're doing, what they're using, what the lanes, how they're playing, how this house plays. That'll provide an opportunity for them to see it.
Yeah, I think the live coverage is great. If you're not able to make a tournament, you're stuck at work, and you want to see, hey, was that guy throwing a phase 2, or what were they playing that tournament like, so that you can get ready for the next one.
Yeah.
I think that's great. And so we're having some comments here in the chat. Instagram's another good platform for live stream. We can definitely work towards that. Yes. Currently, we're live streaming on Facebook and YouTube for this particular video right now.
Yeah.
So it's a good start. Hopefully everyone can hear us. Gentleman saying microphone for Facebook Live. I don't know if that's referring to now or in the future, but yes, I think we're okay. Should be just fine. Let's see, some other fun stuff. So, Pro Approach will recommend IEB to all bowlers coming into our stores. So I get to train my technician product specialists to put into their regular day speech. Someone asks, hey, when's the next tournament? We're going to request and let people know that IEB tournaments, and we're going to have flyers in all the stores. We're going to have flyers posted on the windows and the doors. When's the next IEB event will be number 1.
Yeah, that's awesome. Those little things help out so much, just spreading the word. And then all of our flyers do have a QR code. And we utilize tournamentbowl.com to run all our events. And all of them will be listed there. So just giving them that one point of reference where they can see everything that we do, from the sweeper to tournaments that we have scheduled all the way up to December. We have a see it all right there.
So a lot of people are always just in general, like a general thing, it's late, it's 11 o'clock at night. Someone hits me up on Facebook and they say, hey, where do I find tournaments? So how would they find IEB? How would people do that? Let's reiterate that again.
Ian, you want to take that one?
Sure. Yeah, so you can either go on our Facebook page. Our cover photo has all of our upcoming events. And then you can also, if you see one of our flyers, you can scan the QR code. I believe it'll take you to,
See if you,
will it take you to Tournament Bowl?
yeah, one of the QR codes that you turn ball. All the upcoming events
Yeah.
are on the Facebook page. We
So
have plenty.
Facebook is the main primary social media platform to find IEB.
Yeah, I mean, we have Instagram. Ian's fantastic at sharing it. I'm really bad on Instagram. Facebook's got everything. And then also, if you head to tournamentbowl.com, click up upcoming events, filter it by California, and all of ours are labeled IEB and then the format after.
So let's just throw it out there on tournamentbowl.com. It's a great website. If you filter it, like Joe was just saying, you can see other tournaments in California that are registered on tournamentbowl.com.
Yeah.
I mean, there's other tournaments on there too.
Yeah, I got to shout out Jeff Demerset, who is set up tournamentbowl.com. It's free, and it does everything for you. And I know Family Ties is using it. We just have High Desert Bowling Tournaments is starting up in Victorville. They're using it as well. It's awesome. It's QR codes. You can scan and follow along online during the event, and you can find upcoming events all across the country. There's thousands of bowling events going on.
That's great. So as long as people are bowling tournaments, I'm a happy guy. I want them obviously to bowl IEB. Pro Approach is going to invest a lot of time, money, and effort into supporting IEB, and I'm just really glad to partner with you guys here. So before we wrap up everything, I wanted to have you guys kind of reiterate what IEB is going to do for Pro Approach. What are you guys bringing to the table?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to be able to just spread your name everywhere. It'll be posted on all our flyers. We have some Throw It Better merch that we're going to redo, and logos will go on it.
Nice.
You know, just for the support alone. On top of that, you know, obviously our recommendations, because I'm not, you know, out there bowling 300s every night, but you know how to coach. So there's the potential, you know, us working together there. And then if other bowlers need coaching, that's, again, Pro Approach. It's down your league.
There
And then
you go.
I think my favorite part is that you're not tied to one company. You have many companies.
Absolutely.
Which, as great as it would be to have one company, you know, that just opens the door for every bowler to utilize you and Pro Approach, and with your multiple locations. Spreading the word. We're both, I think, doing great things, and there's only one thing to do but promote it.
Well, that's great. You know, spreading the word about Pro Approach is something that I'm sure people that have followed me for the last 6 years of me being a part of Pro Approach. I started off as the manager part-time. I was just coaching. That was my full-time job. And after COVID, I went ahead and purchased the business. And here we are now, 6 locations, 5 in our private centers owned by some gentlemen, and also now 1 Bolero location. So if you guys are looking for all of those locations, it's proapproachbowling.com. You can find all 6 locations with the phone numbers and address, and it's all there, proapproachbowling.com. Some other fun, exciting things. Pro Approach Bowling now will be able to sell you a bowling ball on the internet. We have a freaking website to actually buy stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So we've gone from brick and mortar, which we are, to now having a service of being able to purchase your ball online, ship it to store for free, and it's a very convenient way for when it's 10 o'clock at night, we have just closed the store, you want to buy your bowling ball or get it on hold, and you can purchase it right on proapproachbowling.com.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, really efficient, definitely.
So what I'm hoping for, you guys are at a tournament, you recommend some balls, maybe we'll have certain ball that day, maybe we'll do a special. Maybe the ball I donate to that tournament, maybe we'll run a special on that ball. You know?
You
A
know,
lot of things we can
the
do.
next 3 events, 2 of them are at Pro Approach houses.
Yes.
Yeah.
September 23rd is at Oak Tree,
Mhm.
and Or I think that might be the only one.
Coming up soon.
September 23rd, you said?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oak Tree. That's where I'm sitting right now. You guys can't tell, but I got my guy Matt here working the store. And I got my big logo behind me, but I'm actually sitting in the bowling store right now. So yeah, I'll be there. September 23rd, Oak Tree. Sounds good. I'll be there.
Yeah, we're running an 8-gamer on Krypton, I think it
Yep.
is. And running a win a spot for Andre and what he's got going on for the SoCal Masters the day
Nice.
after.
That's
See
awesome.
better. So hopefully bowlers come out.
Yeah.
So a couple questions before we go. My mechanic friend there, Stephen Boring, he says, "Can I get some handicap?" Can you
Ooh,
get handicap?
yeah.
You have to re-rate that guy every time he walks into the door.
I don't know.
Like there's no way. There's no. You don't get handicap. What's your average anyway?
99% of the time we're running scratch events.
Exactly.
It-
There's no handicap here. This is scratch. 99. You heard it here first. They're running scratch tournaments.
Yeah. If you're gonna
Most
beat
of the time.
me, if you're gonna beat someone, you gotta beat them with skill and not handicap.
There you go. So another big reason why I'm partnering with IEB is I believe in scratch events. I think they're great. They challenge bowlers, and they keep those guys that are averaging 190, making them get better. So just going to throw that out there. Just saying.
Yeah.
Take it for what it is. Let's see here. Nice meeting. Brian Dorn says, "Nice meeting to IEB. Never heard of your tournaments until now. Then again, just getting back into bowling after about 6 years. Welcome, Brian, to the other side of the rock."
Welcome.
Thank you, Brian, for tuning in. Your wife's great, Jennifer. She's a brand ambassador for us at Pro Approach. Appreciate you guys supporting Pro Approach. And now, because of Pro Approach, you're now linked to IEB, and you get to bowl some tournaments.
Absolutely.
See how that all works? One of my customers, Rick Lane, says, "John at Pro Approach Pro Shops goes above and beyond to make you happy with all of your purchases. Thanks, John, for all you do." Thank you, Rick.
Believe it.
I hope that's reiterated over and over again, because
Mhm.
I work day in and day out to make sure customers are happy at 6 locations, whether I'm there or not. I'm constantly training my staff. I FaceTime my staff. I call them every shift almost if I can. And I'm very much so about communication and providing the best service I can to my customers. So thanks for the comment.
Ian and I mean, I can't tell you how many nights Ian and I have talked after midnight about, the future and what we got going on and making little tweaks here and there and formats, and really,
Oh yeah, definitely.
it's kind of
I'm
insane.
glad to brainstorm with you guys, but let's talk about that. I'd be glad to help. Brian said again, website's killer. If you guys haven't seen the website, proapproachbowling.com. I'm sure I can link some stuff for IEB. We'll make a tab. We'll have an IEB tab on Pro Approach. No question.
Absolutely.
Done deal.
Yeah.
So we'll have your flyers there. We'll have all the information on Pro Approach Bowling, how to sign up when the next tournament is. I will start building that very soon.
Yeah, we'll be sure to add the website to the flyers.
Yeah.
Yep, definitely.
A lot of different ways to market, whether it's just an old school flyer, social media, in person. Wearing the merch is cool. Fun things. I'm sure my wife is watching, but every time I go to Target and we do our little Target run and I'm wearing something that says bowling on it, where my thing is here, people stop me and say, "Hey, are you a bowler? Do you bowl?" I'm like, "Yeah." And I realize I'm wearing a bowling shirt. So, yeah, wear the merch, dude. Wear the merch.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Guy Mike says, had an excellent experience at the Oak Tree Lanes Pro Shop. He's a bowler here. We appreciate your business. Oak Tree shop here has been open for 1 year now. We have the largest square foot pro shop that I know of in Southern California. We're over 1,000 square feet here, just about. So, more than that.
We just saw that pro shop a few months ago, and it kind of it's insane. Some of these other pro shops look like little closets, but this is
like a full on shop.
Yeah, and you
I don't have the exact square footage off the top of my head here, but basically I can fit the other 5 stores practically in here, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, you can get that little piece of lane to.
Yeah, we have a little demo lane over here that people can try out their bowling ball. We're carrying more product here than the other stores just because of the sheer size. We're working on some deals with all of the manufacturers as we speak. So we'll have some info on that here soon. And this is great to be able to see you guys here before going to the next IEB tournament. So I'm really excited to partner with you guys and make this happen.
Yeah, we're really excited.
Yeah.
All right, last two questions, then I'll let you guys summarize what you want to say, and then we'll get out of here. We're trying to keep it to about 30, 40 minutes. Jennifer Dorn, Brian's wife there, she says, thank you for all your shop has done for myself, my husband, and my boys. It's going to be a busy season. I have a whole family that's happy.
That's awesome.
Wow. All right, so fun stuff we've done in the past, so you guys know that I mean complete serious business in a fun way. Belmo. You guys know who Jason Belmonte is?
Yes.
You guys know who that is?
Yeah.
We had that here, and we killed it. It was an awesome freaking weekend.
Belmo experience.
Very expensive weekend. It was a very good weekend. And the gentleman, Mike, here in the chat, he says, are there any updates on getting Brad and Kyle to come to Oak Tree? Maybe.
Watch those guys pretty often.
Talk to Brad.
Yeah.
Brad and Kyle, if you guys are watching, I did get to bowl with Kyle Sherman at Team USA tryouts. That was pretty cool. So if you're watching, let me know. If you're interested, coming to Oak Tree, doing a big old event, that might be fun. Maybe we could tie that into an IEB tournament.
Yeah, some sort of that'd be
like a Belmo experience, IEB, or a Brad and Kyle weekend with IEB. Like, that sounds cool.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
You guys want to do that?
Yeah.
So we watch him on YouTube all the time, and I love Kyle's release and Brad, together, so some connection.
For sure. So the whole point of what I'm trying to say is I want to continue to grow bowling, not just for my personal benefit, but for everyone. I want everyone to bowl. I want everyone to bowl better. I want everyone to throw it better. And I'm really glad to be a part of this partnership with IEB.
Yeah, we're really excited about it. John.
Yeah.
Well, anything else you guys want to say before we wrap up the show?
Not really. Again, I want to thank you, John, for working together. We're starting to build this relationship with IEB. I think the possibilities between the both of us are endless. We're not just limited to IEB. We are the Inland Empire. We will go anywhere. Just got to make it happen. And we're just really excited for the future.
Fantastic. Ian?
I mean, pretty much the same thing as Joe. I'm really excited about, what we're going to be doing now and what we're going to be doing in the future.
Me too. This is going to be super awesome to partner with such an awesome group of dudes here so we can all grow bowling and have some awesome tournaments to bowl. Great incentives, 10% off at Pro Approach. There's ball raffles, there's giveaways, there's flyers, there's tournaments. There might even be Belmo events with IEB. Like, holy freaking crap. Like, we're super stoked right now. If you guys tuned in, I really appreciate it. Thanks for all the support. We'll go ahead and wrap up the show. Thank you all for tuning in to Pro Approach Bowling. We'll see you guys next time. You guys have a great night, Joe, Ian. Take care.
Yeah, you as well, John.
You as well, John.